Hi, I'm Amy Davis, and today I'm going to take a look at the D5500, the latest high-end entry-level camera from Nikon. First, let's have a quick run through of some of the key specs. It has the same 24.2 million pixel APS-C side sensor as its predecessor, the D5300. Likewise, it has no anti-aliasing filter, which makes it more capable of resolving fine detail. The camera also features the same XPEED 4 processor and 3.2-inch 1,037,000 dot LCD screen on a vari-angle bracket. However, this screen is now touch sensitive. There's inbuilt Wi-Fi and the camera is capable of recording full HD video. As standard, it comes with this collapsible 18 to 55mm kit lens, which you'll need to extend using this button before you can use it. This can slow things down a little, but you can leave it extended if you're going to be taking a few shots in succession. Now, the top plate. This mode dial here has been simplified and contains just 8 different exposure modes, including the standard program, shutter priority, aperture priority and manual modes, along with others such as auto and effects. Just to the right of that dial here is a control dial which changes different settings depending on the shooting mode you're using, such as aperture for aperture priority. When in manual mode, you can use this exposure compensation button to switch between setting aperture and shutter speed. Let's move to the back of the camera. The button layout is very similar to the D5300, and as you can see, pretty much everything is within easy reach of your thumb. The main exception here is this menu button, but that is something you're likely to be using less often. This indent here helps you to easily release the screen and move it into an articulating position. The hinge here is very secure, and you can also fold the screen away into the body of the camera to protect it when not in use. The fact that the screen is now touch sensitive means that it has a number of practical applications. For instance, you can change settings by tapping this I button here. Next, tap the setting you want to change, let's say white balance, and then pick the particular setting you need. If you're using the viewfinder, you can set the screen to be used for a number of different functions, such as setting the autofocus point. I found mixed results with this. It's not always particularly responsive, but on the upside, it means that you're not likely to change the setting by accident. One of the downsides of the reliance on the touchscreen is that it's not super quick to access some settings, as you need to go through the I menu. There is one function button here though, just near the lens mount. By default this controls ISO, but you can also set it to a couple of other functions if you prefer. When you're using live view, which is activated via this switch here, you can set the autofocus point by tapping the point on the screen which you need. You can also tap this icon here if you want to enable the touch shutter. This means that once you've tapped the screen, it will fire off the shutter release once focus has been acquired, like so. Now I'll show you how easy it is to connect the camera to your smartphone via Wi-Fi. In the camera's main menu, navigate to the Wi-Fi setting and set this option here to enable. On your phone, choose the Nikon option in the Wi-Fi settings, and once the connection has been established, load up the Nikon mobile utility. Now you can see that you can either take photos or view the photos already taken. You can set the autofocus point by tapping on the screen where you need to focus, and this button here to release the shutter. As the sensor and processor is the same as the D5300s, we were pretty confident that image quality would be just as good. Happily, we found that images are bright and punchy directly from the camera, with the lack of an anti-aliasing filter making for some nicely detailed shots. At the higher end of the sensitivity scale, images display a good level of clarity and there's not too much noise present. The autofocusing system is quick and accurate, and even when using the kit lens, it's able to lock onto the subject with ease in strong daylight. Things are a little slower in darker conditions though. So overall, the D5500 is a great camera to use, with the addition of a touch-sensitive screen making it even easier than its predecessor. Additionally, images look great directly from the camera, and if you're looking to purchase your first entry-level DSLR, the D5500 is a great choice.